Hey everybody, I'm still on vacation, so I'm recording this ahead of time. And today's song is in Outdoors, the chapter Outdoors in the book Rise Up Singing on page 152, which is the same as yesterday, the Flower Carol. So we're outdoors today, and we're getting you ready for spring, even though in North America, where I come from, I know you guys, it's way not spring. Still, Spring Festival is coming up in China, so it'll be here before you know it. This is a song I really love, Edelweiss. And if you have been to camp with me, if you've been to the same camp as me, then you may have heard like, Shepherd, show me how to go o'er the hillside steep. And I have to admit, I think that sounds absolutely lovely because I think the tune to Edelweiss is absolutely lovely. And I love those words too, which are to a hymn. But I just don't think they go together well. I like that hymn, and there are like 7 different tunes to that hymn. And, there's only one set of lyrics to Edelweiss, and I really think they're just beautiful and they belong with the melody, and I like to keep them together. So, Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. There we go. It's really short and I think really sweet song. Here's a really short version of a story I've told some of my friends who may know this. I went to Kyrgyzstan once. I was lucky enough to get to visit Kyrgyzstan, which is an incredibly beautiful mountainous country. It's incredibly lovely in summer, and I'm sure it's striking and gorgeous in winter, although it must be really cold too. I haven't been, and I hope to go. Anyway, I was trying to get back into China where I was living at the time, and I tried to go overland from Bishkek to Atush, actually, which is in Xinjiang, which is the northwesternmost province in China, and it's full of Uyghurs who have lived in that area for a long, long time. I was on a bus full of Uyghurs, and they wouldn't let me back across the border. Even though I lived in China, foreigners weren't allowed to cross that border. They told me I had to go back to Bishkek. I ended up having to hitchhike back across Kyrgyzstan the next day to Bishkek. Fortunately, it's a small country. But anyway, before that, I had left Kyrgyzstan, gone into no man's land on the bus, going to the Chinese border about 20 minutes away. And this is up in the mountains at about 5,000 meters, I was told by the soldier there, the Kyrgyz soldier, so don't blame me if that's inaccurate. But I had to go back. I had to hitchhike back on an oil rig, like a big rig, a truck that was carrying oil, back to the Kyrgyz border post from the Chinese border post because they had not let me in. And I arrived there and I didn't speak any Russian and I didn't speak any Kyrgyz. I had a Russian dictionary, but it wasn't a phrase book, so it only sort of gave me nouns and verbs, and I didn't know how to put them together. And Russian grammar is not to be taken lightly. Anyway, I said this was a short version. I met a soldier there named Dengiz, and I had this same guitar with me. It has on the back a Kyrgyz It says, Dosmatrenyu, which apparently means screened. It's from Manas International Airport in Bishkek. That's where I finally had to leave from. Anyway, Dengiz had me play Edelweiss on this guitar because, I was just hanging around. I was stuck there in administrative limbo for a while. I finally got through, and he was sitting there. He was a bored Kyrgyz soldier at the outpost, and we were sort of speaking English and Russian together, and the few words that we knew of each language. And he played this song. He had me play the song because he knew the words, and so he was like humming along, and he was happy that that was the only song I knew that he also knew. And then he was like, "Do you want to see some Edelweiss?" I was like, "I would absolutely love to see some Edelweiss." And he just walked across, the dirt road at the outpost and up the hill a little ways, and picked me a little white flower and brought it back down. I said, "This is Edelweiss," and that was the first time I had seen it. And it was really special, and that's it.